And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So today we got some more Summer League action. We got looking forward to this one as we get the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Utah Jazz. Not expecting the turnout from last night's game, where that game didn't even finish, got suspended between the Knicks and the Pelicans. But what I do here on the channel is I call play-by-play of basketball action. The channel's name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you guys really enjoy it, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So we should be tipping off here in a couple minutes between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Utah Jazz. So we have big news today in the NBA. Going to get you guys caught up on it as we have Ryan in here in the chat. So yeah, basically not expecting the numbers at all for what it was yesterday. That was insane how many people I got in that video. It got over like 3,000 views, which were insane. And like, there were just so many people just asking if I could show the game. Can I show the game? I put a note on there now for you guys, and kind of like dark maroon coloring right below Behind the Arc Basketball Presents NBA Summer League. So if anybody wants now for me to show the game, they know why. Note, this is not the game. This is only my play-by-play calls to the game. So what I do here is play-by-play on the channel. But yep, all that hype for Zion, and he didn't even play in the second half as he had that knee-to-knee injury. But what a play Zion had last night, just ripping the ball right out of Kevin Knox's hands and jamming it down, and the whole crowd just cheering out for Zion as he only played 9 minutes in that game. But only game that I can do today, Oklahoma City against Utah. So that's the reason why that it's such an early stream here. Not expecting to get a lot of people because this is a Saturday in the middle of the afternoon. And of course yesterday I had like tons of people in the chat, like basically like 30 people at once or so. But yeah, big blockbuster trade going down today. LA Clippers solidifying that they're the favorites now to go to the NBA Finals as the first time ever in franchise history, signing Kawhi Leonard in free agency, also getting Oklahoma City Thunder Paul George, who got traded today to the LA Clippers. So huge moves made today by the Clippers, and the Thunder basically in rebuilding mode now as the Thunder lose Paul George, and they get like a bunch of draft picks from the LA Clippers for like in the future. So that's how that went down, and they got two players as well. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, as he was picked number 11 in the 2018 draft. So Oklahoma City will receive him, and they'll also receive small forward Danilo Gallinari, who averaged 19.8 points per game. So they get Gallinari as well in their roster for next season. But that is a step down, of course, from Paul George, what he accomplished as an NBA All-Star this past season for Oklahoma City. Oh, wow. So got rumors as well for that's crazy. So Russell Westbrook rumors heading to the Lakers, possibly. Rumors going on about that. So if that does happen, Oklahoma City in full rebuilding mode. If that does happen, they'll get just a ton of draft picks. But we got the Thunder in their first Summer League game today playing against the Utah Jazz. Utah already played 3 games in the Summer League play in that Salt Lake City part of the bracket before the actual Summer League with all the teams started. There was like a select few teams that played in that side of the bracket, one of them being the Memphis Grizzlies, who Utah lost the first game against Memphis 85-68. Tony Bradley's really showed it in this Summer League as he played on the G League this past season for the Utah Jazz, but he's really been showing it. First game against Memphis, 14 points, 15 rebounds. Game 2 against Cleveland on Tuesday, I called that game on the play-by-play as the Utah Jazz won that game 86-71 as Tony Bradley once again 26 points along with 16 rebounds and 3 blocks. Really showed it once again to impress. And game 3, the Jazz beat San Antonio 84-81 as Miye Oni had 17 points in that one. Yeah, so the Celtics play their first Summer League game later today. I'll check that time for you to see when that is. I'll be streaming the game on Monday for the Summer League game. So the Celtics play against the 76ers 5:30 today. So in 2.5 hours, they'll have that game. Celtics against 76ers. I'll have the game on Monday 7:30 when the Celtics play against Cleveland. Yep, Taco Fall's debut along with I think Carson Edwards should be playing from Purdue, hopefully, and also Tremont Waters from LSU. Looking forward to see what that guy can do on the court if they play. But Taco Fall with his debut. I'm going to be watching the NASCAR race later tonight. Big race for the at Daytona, the Daytona night race. So I'll be doing that today, as this one just got tipped off, as we got Summer League action here on the Saturday afternoon. Lob pass over the top, no good by the Jazz, and it's going the other way here. Thunder with a rebound, they dribble left corner. They pass it over towards the right wing perimeter. Devin Hall makes a move into the lane, and that was just a terrible pass out of bounds right there by OKC, and it goes out of bounds. So rough start by the Thunder for this one with 9:37 left to go in the first. So I think back-to-back games I'll be doing on Monday. Celtics Cavaliers 7:30, and then I think at 9:30, I think the Pelicans play. Hopefully Zion's back on the court, but the Pelicans do play again. I think it's against Chicago, I think on Monday. So I'll have both of those games for you guys, as that's a complete air ball right there. But a whistle on the foul on the play, as that was Justin Wright Foreman who took the three-point shot and got fouled from behind the arc. So Justin Wright Foreman will shoot 3 shots here at the free throw line, as he was the number 2 scorer in college basketball this past season. Averaged 27 points per game, right behind Chris Clemens of the Campbell Camels. So shots coming up here at the line by Foreman. First shot's up. That one's good. So the Jazz take the 1-0 lead. Justin Wright Foreman, a rookie from Hofstra, trying to impress here in Summer League play. And his point total for Game 2 was pretty impressive, where he scored 20 points against Cleveland on Tuesday. Hey, no problem, my man. Enjoy the summer job and stuff. That's awesome. That's awesome. Second shot went down. Third shot was no good and got tipped out of bounds. So, yeah, there's a ton of summer games during the day on weekdays. I won't be able to cover that because I work full-time from 8:30 to 5. But the earliest I'll be able to cover a summer game will be a 7 o'clock game or so by the time I get home from work. But that ball gets tipped out of bounds right there by the Thunder. But they'll get it back here. 2-0. Jazz are up. So OKC will get the inbound here. They're going to inbound this one. They're going to try to pass it. A lob pass over towards the left elbow into the hands here of Deonte Burton. Burton played last season in the G League for the Oklahoma City Blue. As that ball goes to the right wing jumper, no good off the front of the rim right there by Hamidou Diallo, but it's an offensive rebound back inside to the Thunder, and they get fouled right there, so they got 2 shots coming up at the line as that pass went inside to Hamidou Diallo. Yeah, unfortunately, Kawhi leaving the Raptors to now go to the Clippers, as the Clippers are now the favorites by the Las Vegas sportsbooks to win the title for next season. So it's the first time ever in Clippers history that they're the favorites. Oh, wow, that's awesome. So Ryan racking in the money right there, 5 days a week. That's awesome, my man. That's great. That's great. That's awesome. So, yeah, keeping you busy in the summer with the job or so. But, yeah, I'm only able to do games at night for the streams here. Monday to Friday, I work a full-time job, so not able to do any of the daytime Summer League games during the weekdays. But we get ourselves this game here as the free throw goes down at the line. Second shot was a miss by the Thunder, and that is a left corner 3. No good by Utah. Gets rebounded here by the Thunder. They're going to try to go with a pull-up J at the free throw circle. No good. Gets rebounded here by Utah. Oh, yeah. Lakers against Clippers in the playoffs. That would be really interesting with just no home court advantage right there. But all the years of the Lakers just dominating. Now the Clippers have a chance to win the title with a huge Kawhi signing. Also getting Paul George over there with a trade. Just a huge trade today, as that shot a miss. Gets rebounded by Utah. No good. They missed the left wing 3 from the outside. Slow game here. 8 minutes left to go in the first, and we only have 3 combined points so far. 2-1 is the score. Thunder have it at the left wing. Lob pass over the top, and they float it back outside. They hit a 3. As that one gets knocked down from the outside, and it's a 4-2 lead. 7:50 left to go in the first. Oh, man. So the Lakers signing DeMarcus Cousins as well. Wow. Making the moves in the offseason by the Lakers. Anthony Davis, LeBron James teaming up, and now with Cousins coming from Golden State to LA. So I'm going to check that on ESPN when we do have the first commercial break here. 6-2 is the scores. That jumper goes down in the key by OKC. Utah really struggling to score here early. They have the ball at the right wing. They take the right elbow jumper. No good. Battle for the rebound underneath. And that's a whistle and a foul right there underneath the basket. And yeah, of course, Danny Green going today to the Lakers as well, getting signed by LA. So going from Toronto to LA. So just, man, super teams popping up left and right. Oof. Cousins or Kuzma. It's going to be interesting to see. I think both of them will probably just rotate or so, but it seems like with that trade, why they didn't trade Kuzma, I think they're really set on Kuzma possibly for the future or so. So maybe they want to start him for the first, like, part of the schedule and just see how it goes or so. As another miss by Utah gets rebounded by the Thunder, and they miss it as well. Too strong off the backboard. Huge burst of speed, and they go into the lane, lay it up and in right there, as that one goes down for 2 by the Jazz. And finally, we had a score right there. It's 6-4. 6:45 left to go in the first. Both of these teams having a lot of struggles early scoring, as that 3 from the right wing, that was a miss by the Thunder, gets rebounded here by the Jazz. 6.5 left to go in the first. This is Justin Wright Foreman. He has the ball at the left wing. Foreman takes it inside. Ooh, they forgot to play defense as he just blows by Jawan Evans into the lane and ties this thing up at 6. So 6 even, 6:20 left to go in the first. Yeah, hopefully Robert Williams can really show his improvement this season for the Celtics. That would be awesome. Or so 6:14 left to go in the first. That was a bad pass by the Thunder. Goes out of bounds, so the Jazz will get it right back. But yeah, hopefully the young guys can step up in year 2, especially Robert Williams. And they're interesting to see what Semi Ojeleye can offer as well for the Celtics. Yeah, I think both of those players will just rotate with each other. Cantor and Williams, hopefully, as that was an alley-oop pass right there that went in by Utah, so they take the lead. So Utah was out cold to start this game, but the Thunder now are down by 2 at the moment. They have it left side baseline. They bounce past that one inside. Oh, nice move into the lane. Oh, he couldn't finish to the hole right there. Hamidou Diallo missed the layup, gets rebounded by the Jazz. Bodies collide underneath right there, and a whistle and a foul with 5:32 left to go in the first. So yeah, I think that Enes Kanter will be the starting center for the Celtics, as Williams will be behind him on the depth chart, but I think Williams has a chance to prove what he's really made of this season for the Celtics or so. And Semi Ojeleye is one of those players as well, just to test him out. Semi Ojeleye is a pretty good defender. They put him on Giannis in a couple of games off the bench to guard him. In the Eastern Conference semis, they put him on Giannis, and he did one hell of a job one time guarding Giannis. It's just Semi Ojeleye's production isn't there yet, and of course, trying to build the other players on the roster too in the future as well. That's going to be a work in progress, like Guerschon Yabusele, just trying to build him up because he's playing in the Summer League once again, and he really needs to prove it, or this could be it for Yabusele in the NBA, basically. Yeah, the Celtics should be giving Robert Williams his chance to shine, definitely, and unleash him out on the court, I'd say. 8-6 now the score. We're on commercial break right now, so 2-point game, 5:32 left to go in the first. This is the only Summer League game going on, as we have a bunch more to be played out later today. Portland playing against the Pistons, and that one tips off in around 17 minutes. Then the Hawks play against the Bucks. Celtics against the 76ers at 5:30. Grizzlies, Pacers, and tons of stuff on the schedule throughout tonight or so. So I'll be watching the big night race at Daytona. So unfortunately, this is my only stream for today. I always watch the night race each Saturday night at Daytona. So that's something that I love to do. Also heading to New Hampshire Motor Speedway in a couple weeks, so that's going to be a blast. First time ever seeing a cup race. And yeah, Taco Fall looks like he'll be playing for the Maine Red Claws, for the G League team for the Celtics. So that'd be a blast if you go up there, see Taco Fall in action. One of my really good friends, he's actually a sports reporter. He writes the columns for the sports columns. He writes for Celtics Wire for the USA Today, and he also writes for the Oklahoma City USA Today page as well, the Thunder Wire as well he does, with 5:25 left to go in the first. But he actually went to the training camp with the Celtics before the summer league started. He got to interview Taco Fall, and he was saying that, man, the guy's just an absolute monster. How tall he is off the ground is just insane. As that shot no good at the right baseline by the Thunder, and the ball gets rebounded here by the Jazz. So the Jazz with the ball, they passed it, and that's a reach and foul committed by the Thunder here with 5:02 left to go in the first. Yeah, not looking too promising here for the Thunder for the upcoming season, losing Paul George, and these draft picks, too, that they had, they didn't really have much opportunity in the draft either. One of the guys that they picked was number 23 overall. That happened to be Darius Bazley, who didn't even play a single game in college. Didn't play college basketball, as that jumper was an air ball in the key by Utah, and it gets rebounded by the Thunder. Thunder, right wing three from outside. No good. We're missing shots left and right, as that one was a miss by Dante Grantham. As the Thunder picked, well, they got in the trade in the draft, number 23 pick, Darius Bazley. Just never played in college. Last time he played was over a year ago in high school. And he did a 1-year internship with New Balance. So that was the last thing as he did, as we're still having trouble scoring here as the Thunder go inside a low post. They get the ball stripped away from them with 4:24 left to go in this first quarter. So yeah, both of these teams just shooting the ball stone cold right now from the floor at the moment here. So 8-6 is still the score. Thunder with the ball. They take the jumper right there at the free throw circle. Hits the rim short, though. Offensive rebound by the Thunder. Another three, right wing. This time, no good off the mark by Hamidou Diallo. Gets rebounded by the Jazz. Utah with the ball. Nice pass inside. Underneath the basket. Big time slam by Tony Bradley right there for two. So Tony Bradley really shining in these NBA Summer Leagues right now. He is number 13 for the Utah Jazz, as he averaged 13.5 points per game this past season in the G League team for the Salt Lake City Stars. But Oklahoma City going inside. They missed the layup. That would have been a nice shifty move inside if they had gotten the layup to fall, but no. But whistle and a foul on the court there, as the Jazz got the ball and they put it back up in transition. So it's 12-6 right now is the score at the moment. College basketball, number 1 recruit. I believe his name is James Wiseman, and he went to the Memphis Tigers. So the Memphis Tigers have, they're bringing back that old Memphis team that John Calipari had last decade with Memphis, where they had that season. They went, it was ridiculous. They had, a record of, 32-1 or so entering the tournament. So, yeah, Memphis gets the number 1 overall recruit. I believe he's a 7-foot center. His name is James Wiseman, I believe, and he's the number 1 recruit for college basketball for next season. But Memphis, it's going to be crazy, the Memphis Tigers. They should definitely be back in the tournament next season, most likely as a 4 or 5 seed I see them being. As that free throw goes down at the line by the Thunder, it's 12-7 right now. Utah with the ball backing their way inside a low post, and they lose control of it, but another whistle and a foul right there committed on the reach-in by the Thunder. But yeah, looking forward to seeing Memphis playing this season. They got, I think, 5 recruits in, the ESPN top, I think it's, top 50 or so. They got those recruits from. I believe it's the top 50, but a good amount of those recruits were basically, 5-star, 4-star recruits. So, it's all freshmen for Memphis next season, and Penny Hardaway's second year as head coach for the Memphis Tigers, but they look like they have tons of potential next season with the whole starting roster. So, stolen ball right there by the Thunder, and they lay it up and in transition right there as he just blew by defenders. That was Hamidou Diallo who laid it in. Diallo was pick number 45 of the 2018 NBA draft. He played last season for the Oklahoma City Blue. That's the Thunder G League team. The Jazz are up by 3 right now. 12-9 is the score. Top of the key 3. They light it up. They hit it from the outside, letting it fly right there by the Jazz. It's 15-9. Thunder now with the ball. They're going to take it past the left side of the timeline. A dribble as this one is guarded by Isaiah Cousins of the Jazz. As, pass right there at the top of the key and it's stolen. Tipped away and the Jazz go into transition. They lay it up and in right there with Jarius Lyles. As he went undrafted back in 2018, he lays it up and in for 2. 17-9 is the score. And the Thunder with the ball inside the low post. Oh, huge block right there as that one goes out of bounds. I think that was number 22 going inside for the Thunder right there, who got the huge block as well in the Utah player. Wow, so yeah, I actually didn't watch the dunk contest from last season, but wow, Hamidou Diallo winning the dunk contest last season. That's interesting. Zion for sure, I think as well. Zion, or don't forget about Ja Morant. Ja Morant blowing you down with dunks, and the guy's really small too. I think he's like 6'1" or so. But what is good, Go Horns? Thanks so much, my man, for joining me back in here. So yeah, that was a crazy stream last night. We got like 40 people at once watching the game at the same time. It was like a constant like 30 to 40 back and forth and stuff like that. Right now we're on commercial break. The score is 17-9. Utah's up in this one. I'll be back tomorrow, I believe, with another game with you guys, so I have that. Yay, no problem. Gucci Raptors fan back in the chat here. Yeah, that was a really late game, and of course, prayers out towards everybody in that California area, same as Nevada, but really big prayers, and hopefully stay safe if you're out towards Ridgecrest, California as well. If you're out towards that area, because they had a huge 7.1 earthquake yesterday, which led to the game being suspended. So DeMarcus Cousins going to the Lakers. So that's how that went, and rip Russell Westbrook in the possibility for OKC, as it just hasn't been the Thunder's day at all. And one of my good friends writes for the Thunder Wire in the USA Today. He's one of the lead columnists for the sports page for the USA Today for the Thunder Wire for the E-Edition, and he must have had one hell of a day trying to write this stuff of all the Thunder news that keeps on breaking. Yeah, that was crazy. Zion just ripping the ball to Kevin Knox's hands and taking one step to the rim to jam it down. That was insane. But yeah, what happened today, Goal Horns, is that Kawhi Leonard, he's getting signed by the Clippers, as Paul George got traded from Oklahoma City over to the Clippers today. And both of those shots at the free throw line, as Oklahoma City was fouled, went down to 17-11. As yesterday's game, what happened? The game got suspended with around 7 minutes left to go. Pelicans against the Knicks because of an earthquake. A 7.1 earthquake, and it happened 3.5 hours away from the Thomas and Mack Arena in Las Vegas. It happened in Ridgecrest, California, where they got basically the worst of it over there. Fires sparking out left and right in Ridgecrest. Of course, prayers out towards everybody in that area. And huge earthquake, and it forced basically the scoreboard to dangle above from the ceiling. So the players went back to the locker room underneath the tunnel, and the game just never resumed after that. But interesting how they played on the smaller courts, which this game is going on, and the smaller court wasn't affected at all. 17-11 right now, as that pass goes to the right baseline here for the Thunder. Thunder going up inside, and they put it back underneath the basket right there for two. That's Deonte Burton, number 30, who banks that one home and gets it. Oh my gosh, Ryan. Yikes, that's not good. Prayers out towards Ryan's relative in Ridgecrest. Hopefully he or she is okay. 3 ball from the left wing. That one goes down by the Jazz. 20-13 is the scores. That 3 was good by Stanton Kidd. He went undrafted back in 2015. Yeah, if you're able to contact them, if you have like a contact number or so to that relative, reach out to them, just see how they're doing right now. Yeah, I don't know why. They should have just kept the Supersonics in general. Seattle's such a bigger market than Oklahoma City is. Right there, Utah was trying to go down inside the low post. Ball got blocked out of bounds by the Thunder on the last play. Same as the Hartford Whalers in the NHL. Rip to them as they became the Carolina Hurricanes around the late 90s. As we're back to action here. Inbound. Jumper in the key. That was no good. Hit the bottom part of the backboard right there by Stanton Kidd of the Jazz. Gets rebounded by the Thunder. Thunder. Pass inside there at the free throw circle. Nice pass. Bounce pass inside a low post on the backdoor cut. And Lou Dort jams it down for 2. Right there by the Thunder. Lou Dort should have been drafted. He was projected to be drafted around number 25 to number 30 as he played at Arizona State this past season. That's a backcourt violation by the Jazz. Ball go back to the Thunder here with 30 seconds left to go in the first. But yeah, Lou Dort coming in, the leading scorer for Arizona State this past season, averaged 16 points per game. And he's playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder now, trying to prove himself, as he was one of the big surprises in the draft. Also, Taco Fall was projected around number 14 to be taken, but he got picked at number 44. Right, or yeah, Bull was the one. So yeah, Bull. Taco Fall got picked up by the Celtics in free agency. As undrafted and undrafted right there. But yeah, Bull, I'm confusing with Taco Fall for some reason. Bull's got some size too. 7 feet tall for Oregon he played. So there were injury concerns as well. As that shot no good by the Jazz. Half-court shot by the Thunder, no good. And that's the end of the first right now. So 20-15 right now is the score. Moving on to the second quarter here momentarily, as both of these teams just shot the ball cold from the floor. So yeah, hopefully Ryan's relatives are okay. Big prayers out towards everybody out in Ridgecrest, California, when he basically got the worst of the earthquake yesterday. Big earthquake on Thursday as well. That one was a 6.4 in that area, and then basically the day after, with all the aftershocks and stuff like that, it built up, and another earthquake right after. This one even worse towards the San Bernardino County or so. But yes, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard now on the Clippers, as we have Cody here in the chat. What is up, my man? Thanks so much for joining me. Also, Aaron back from yesterday's stream as well. So, what is good, Aaron? Thanks so much for joining me right now. So, this is my only game today. These two teams aren't the biggest in the NBA for sure, especially Oklahoma City. Not really like a major market team or so, but doing the stream because I am watching the NASCAR race a little bit later today, so this is the reason why I had to do an earlier game. But I'll have much bigger Summer League games for you guys as well once we get going with the Summer League. We'll be seeing Taco Fall in action Monday at 7:30. I'll have that game for you guys when they play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Also, I think the Pelicans I'll have once again right after the Celtics game. I think the Pelicans tip off around 9:30 on Monday, so I'll have that one for you guys. But as far as tonight's game with the Pelicans, they're just really late for me, so I won't have that tonight, as I'll be watching the NASCAR race at Daytona. Oh, wow, so yeah, the Dodgers playing as well during that earthquake happened. Yikes. Ouch, that's not good. That's so strange how it happened 3.5 hours away, and the scoreboard was still dangling from above. That's just so weird. But yeah, clutch duo for sure, Cody. Paul George and Kawhi playing with the Clippers now, and DeMarcus Cousins just got signed by the Lakers, like right after this stream started. So 20-15 is the score. We're back to action here. Jumper in the key taken by the Thunder, no good, as the shots keep on missing right here in the Summer League game. So right now the shots keep on missing. Yeah, Jackson Hayes. Hopefully we'll be able to see him for the Pelicans as well. Number 8 overall draft pick. Great pick by the Pelicans to pick a center. Hopefully he'll be in the starting 5, but came from the University of Texas, Austin. Now, since they should be able to finalize that Anthony Davis trade here, because today's July 6th. Today's the earliest day for that. But here we are as Oklahoma City takes into the lane. They missed the layup again, but a whistle and a foul with 9:12 left to go in the second. So, unfortunately, no Raptors-Warriors stream today. For me, this is my only game because right after this, I'm going to be tuning into the NASCAR race from Daytona. So, I'm not going to be streaming that because this is a basketball channel here. But I'm having my best friend over to watch the NASCAR race since I'm a huge NASCAR fan. So, this is my only game for today. I believe tomorrow I'll be back with one game. I think it's the Magic against Nuggets game that I'll be doing at 6 tomorrow, because I am busy later tomorrow night right after that game as well. But I'll have bigger games on Monday for sure. I think Celtics I'll have on Monday with the Cavaliers, and I think Pelicans are playing on Monday right after that. So I'll have 2 games on Monday. As the Thunder get the ball back, they have it at the top of the key. They make their way inside. Bounce pass underneath the basket, and that's a whistle and a foul, as the fouls just keep on continuing in this game. This game has just not been fun to watch at all. 8:43 left to go in the second. Just foul everywhere on the court here. It's not a lot of free play, like that game that just whizzed by on Wednesday that I called. I think it was Cleveland against Memphis. The stream took me an hour and just a little over an hour and a half to finish. It went by so quick. So Cody liking the Clippers on his favorite list. Yeah, Russell Westbrook just... I don't think he's ever going to just win a championship by himself. Never mind Paul George leaving the Thunder now in trouble. And possibly Westbrook could be leaving the Thunder, as that is in the possibilities. He's yet to still be signed or so. That three-point shot by Utah, no good, but battle for the rebound right there. And another whistle on the foul with 8:29 left to go. Yeah, they just weren't going to win a championship. Paul George, Russell Westbrook with the Thunder. They were going to make the playoffs, I mean, but he went someplace now where they're going to be definitely a NBA title contender for sure, where you get the LA Clippers, Kawhi and George teaming up now with both of those players is going to be insane what they can do, as the Clippers, first time ever in franchise history, they're the sportsbook favorites to win it out in Vegas. So, unfortunately not today, Aaron. This is my only stream today, so no Raptors-Warriors game today. So, unfortunately, no Raptors-Warriors. I'm going to see... oh, geez, that's at midnight. Yeah, I can't do that game. That's at midnight for me. That is so late. I didn't realize what time that game was, but yeah, I'll be in bed at that time. It'll be 12 a.m. when I do that. So, no Raptors-Warriors, because I'm watching the NASCAR race tonight, and then I have to go to bed right after that. I live in Massachusetts on the East Coast, by the way, so it's not Pacific time here. I'm on Eastern time. 20-15 is the score. Yeah, that's just so late. 20-15 right now is the score. Thunder, bounce pass at the left baseline. They pass that one over towards the free throw circle. Sling it out towards the right wing of the perimeter, and that's into the hands here of Lu Dort. But they take the three, and that one's a miss. Gets rebounded by the Jazz here. 20-15 is the score. 8 minutes left to go in the second. Jazz with the ball dribbling towards the right wing of the perimeter. Nice lob pass over the top, as that's another whistle on the foul in the key right there, with 7:58 left to go in the second. So, yeah, Lu Dort's playing right now in this game. I'm actually going to check the stats for you guys as well throughout this one. Let's see here. I'm going to open up the box score stats, see how all these players are doing right now. Lu Dort has scored 2 points so far. He's only played for 4 minutes so far on the court. So, 2 points right now by Lu Dort in this game. He played for Arizona State last season. And then, as far as the Jazz has gone, Tony Bradley still the leading scorer right now. 6 points, 4 rebounds by Tony Bradley, as both of these teams are just stone cold shooting from the floor. 20-15 is still the score. 7:45 left to go in the second. I have no clue, actually, why Lu Dort didn't start or so. So, yeah, he's playing on the bench here. He only has 4 minutes in this game, coming off the bench for Lu Dort in this game. But the Oklahoma City Thunder actually have, like, their team is basically packed with G League players, basically, like a lot older players than Lu Dort. Lu Dort's the youngest player on the team, same as Hamidou Diallo. Both of those players are 20 years old. Lu Dort, of course, played 1 season for college at Arizona State, played his freshman year there. He was the leading scorer this past season for the Sun Devils, as the Thunder pass that ball in the inbound, and you cannot even make this stuff up. Just a terrible pass by the Thunder, and it goes out of bounds, as he was completely wide open, and they passed it way wide to him, and it hit the baseline out of bounds. So the Jazz will get the inbound here. So Utah with the ball dribbling towards their left. Rookie of the year, I'd say. I'd say Zion, of course, has a good chance. He also has like a 58% chance to be an NBA All-Star, according to ESPN. 20-15 is the score, as the Thunder try to go inside right there into the lane. What are you doing? As that ball, they try to go for the layup, and that one was way over the basket, but it was tipped out of bounds by the Jazz here. 7:16 left to go in the second. So I'd say my favorite for Rookie of the Year would have to be Zion, of course. No doubt in my mind. Behind Zion, though, for Rookie of the Year, I'd say, I think before the draft, a lot of teams really liked how Coby White was performing or so in those draft scrimmages and stuff like that leading up to the draft. So I say that Coby White could be a sleeper as well for the Chicago Bulls if he does play. And Ja Morant, too. If Ja Morant carries Memphis this season, as point guard. He could be up there as well. He's something really special. He just basically makes the entire team around him so much better like he did at Murray State. I cannot wait to watch him when basketball starts for real in October. Finally, we have a bucket right there. The Thunder go inside. They lay it up and in with 6:50 left to go in the second quarter. So that layup was good right there. 4-2 by the Thunder. The Jazz with the ball, they have it top of the key. They pass it over towards the right wing. They have it at the right elbow now as they make their move inside. And they pass that one back outside. Oh, bad pass right there as Tanner McGrew had that pass in his hands and it got taken away as he lost control of it. Thunder with the ball. These are terrible shots taken by the Thunders. They're just not passing it off to teammates. They're taking just shots that are basically contested in this game right now as bodies collided underneath the basket with 6:32 left to go in the second. So this is just ugly to watch. I haven't even checked into the shooting percentages so far in this one, but both of these teams just cannot hit a shot so far in this game. They are taking contested shots all over the place. These are the numbers for you guys. Oklahoma City is 10% right now from three-point range. 1 for 10 from the outside. The Jazz are 2 for 7 from three-point range. Both of these teams shooting the ball stone cold from the floor. Utah at 32%. And the Thunder at 26%. So that's the shooting percentages right now. Yikes for the both of them as the Jazz have the ball, and that is a whistle and a foul right there on the exchange. A reach and foul committed by the Thunder. So, Leandro, we got in the chat. What is up, Leandro? Thanks so much for joining me back here. So, unfortunately, I'm not able to do Raptors-Warriors tonight. That game starts at midnight where I am, so it's way late where I am. So, unfortunately, no Raptors-Warriors tonight because that is just way too late. I'm from the East Coast here, so it's actually not going to be 9 p.m. Pacific time when it does tip off. That'll be midnight for me, so no Raptors-Warriors tonight as that three-point shot at the top of the key, no good by the Jazz. It gets rebounded here by the Thunder. Thunder, jumper right there at the free throw circle, no good. And they got the offensive rebound, though. And the putback, no good either. But foul committed on the court. 2 shots coming up here by the Thunder. Just nothing going down here for both of these teams, as that was Kevin Hervey who got fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 when we do get back to action. Kevin Hervey was pick number 57 of the 2018 NBA draft by the Thunder as he played last season for the G League team, the Oklahoma City Blue. So yeah, this is my only stream tonight for everybody, and then I'll be back tomorrow. I think because I have to do these games when I'm free. I think the game that I'll be streaming when I'm free tomorrow is the Orlando Magic game. I think that's at 6 o'clock. They play the Denver Nuggets. So I'll have that game for you guys, but Monday will be the bigger games. I'm going to see that schedule so I can let you guys know who I'm doing on Monday. So I work full-time, but I'll be home to do the Celtics Cavaliers stream on Monday at 7:30. So 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Celtics against Cavs. I'll have that stream. And then right after that, oh, this is going to be a good one. If Zion can play, if he's back and healthy again, if the Pelicans do have him play, that should be awesome. Also, Jackson Hayes, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, if they do play for the Pelicans, if that whole thing with Anthony Davis is finalized, they'll be able to play the two of them, Jackson Hayes and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, for New Orleans. But the Pelicans will play the Chicago Bulls, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. I'll have that game for you guys as well with a stream here on my channel. That should be getting a good amount of people here. Yeah, I kind of knew that this game wouldn't be that strong because we have like 2 basically like non-major market teams playing each other right now, Oklahoma City and Utah. So yeah, it's always fun just to stream the games and stuff like that. So I always enjoy doing it. I love to do this just like each and every day to make sure that I'm here and stuff like that to keep this channel going. So that's why I do it, keep it going and growing or stuff like that. But if I did have a chance, I definitely would be able to do a later game today, but I'm watching the NASCAR race later tonight. So I'll be doing that, hanging out with my friends later tonight. Big race at Daytona as well, the Coke Zero 400. Cannot wait for that. But yeah, we do have another game going on right now. Portland Trailblazers taking on the Detroit Pistons. The score, that's 9-6 as the Pistons have the lead with 6:20 left to go in the first. So here we are getting ready to go back to action. We have 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here by the Thunder. Both of these teams just Really cold shooting from the floor. First shot, though, goes down at the free throw line. That one is good right there by number 5, Kevin Hervey. It's a 2-point game. So even as ugly as the scoring has been, this is a 2-point game. And yes, NFL season. Oh man, cannot come soon enough. It's almost here. Football season is almost back with a Hall of Fame game at the very beginning of August. Stay tuned if you guys enjoy what I do here. Get ready for my football channel. I should be creating that hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so to launch my football channel here on YouTube. Once I do so, I'll create a video here in Behind the Arc Basketball to let you guys know about my football channel so I can get that channel on here as well. But I created a logo and everything for it. The name of the channel will be Final Yard Football. So it'll be a separate channel as that three-point shot goes down by the Jazz. It's 23-18. We have 5:20 left to go in the second here. As the Thunder had the ball for a moment and they lost control of it out of bounds. So the Jazz will get this ball back. But yeah, Final Yard Football on YouTube. I'll have that for you guys probably in the next coming weeks or so, right before the Hall of Fame game starts, and I'll be calling play-by-play of football games on the new channel as well. So I'll be streaming quite often football on one channel, and I'll be continuing this basketball channel to keep it growing and growing and growing. As we have another whistle on the foul right there as the Thunder try to go into the lane right there. And that's a whistle on the foul with 5:04 left to go in the second here. So 5-point game, 23-18 is the score. We should be having 2 shots at the line here by the Thunder coming up. The longest yard, classic movie trailers that they've had and stuff like that. The Clash of the Titans. Classic, but yeah, Final Yard Football will be quite the name that they came up with as nobody has used it yet. 23-19 right now, 4:55 left to go in the second. As that's a bounce pass right there by the Jazz, and they have it at the free throw circle. Taking it inside as they back their way inside a low post jumper in the key. They finish to the hole right there with Jarrell Brantley, the number 50 overall draft pick. So Jarrell Brantley hits that one home, and it's a 25-19 game. So Jarrell Brantley actually drafted this season from the College of Charleston as the Thunder just missed their shot inside. Utah gets it back. So the Jazz now with the ball. Right wing 3 from outside. No good by the Jazz. Gets rebounded here by the Thunder. Thunder with it. 4:20 left to go in the second. They make their way into the lane. And that's just a terrible shot with a ton of contact right there. No whistle on the foul as Kevin Hervey tried to put something up. Went well short of the rim. As the Utah Jazz take it into the lane. And one of their players just fell down onto the ground right there on the play, and that was offensive foul right there by Utah's. The Thunder took the charge right there as Tony Bradley just ran over a Thunder player right there into the lane. So, yeah, the Super Bowl this past season, Pats-Rams, that was quite interesting. Nice low-scoring game, defensive affair. Bill Belichick, the genius, putting on his best defensive coaching I've seen in a long time. As that right wing 3 in transition, that one goes down by the Utah Jazz. And of course, Super Bowl 51, greatest Super Bowl of all time to come back, 28-3. I actually have a T-shirt that my girlfriend got me for my what was it, 22nd birthday? Not this past birthday, but the year before she got me at Super Bowl 51. She got me the T-shirt 28-3 with a final score of it 34-28 at the end. But yeah, during the Pat streams, I'll definitely be breaking out that T-shirt or so. I got a good amount of Pat stuff that I wear around the house that I'll definitely be wearing for my streams or so. Oh yeah, Pats just had that full momentum towards the end of the game. It was with Dante Hightowers when he stripped Matt Ryan of the ball. That's basically when it all changed or so in that game. Once that fumble recovery happened, the Patriots just had the entire momentum just shifted into that game, and that was just a terrible play call at that time by the Falcons, and they paid for it in a big way, and they lost the Super Bowl right there. That was basically the big game shifter that basically transformed the game, basically, and shifted towards the Patriots' way. So 28-19 is the score. We have 3:25 left to go before halftime here. Another foul as the Thunder will shoot 2 at the line, and they make that one. I'm just curious to know how many... I'm going to look here at the stats right here. It's an 8-point game. Like, how many shots the Thunder have actually made in this game. They've made 7 shots so far in this one. 7 shots from the floor. They've also made 7 points at the free throw line right now in this game, as that shot no good. 28-20 is the score, and Jazz get the rebound. They dribble left baseline underneath the basket. Big time jam right there as Tony Bradley slams it down. He's been doing so well throughout this entire NBA Summer League right now. 2 double-doubles in the Summer League. That's a reverse-handed layup that goes down in transition by the Thunder. So the Thunder finally getting something here to go. 30-22. Not a whole lot of jump shots that OKC has got so far in this game. Not a whole lot to look forward to as well for next season since they lost Paul George. They still have Russell Westbrook at the moment, but anything can change during free agency time, as the Utah Jazz tried to take that one inside, and that is an offensive foul on the play by Utah. So 2:40 left to go in the second quarter. We are going to get back to action here momentarily on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here, but right now with a TV timeout. So I'm going to update you guys with the leading scores throughout this game. So let's see here. Oklahoma City just has been shooting the ball as stone cold as you can get, basically. 23% shooting from the floor. They're 7 for 31 right now with their shots in this game. It's been really ugly by the Thunder in this one. Both of these teams have combined with 20 turnovers so far in this game. 13 turnovers by the Jazz. 7 turnovers so far by the Thunder. But a lot of bad turnovers in there by Oklahoma City throughout this one, as there's been some wide open players on the court and some terrible passes just way wide of a wide open player or over the head of a player who's completely left alone, and that's why right now the Thunder are struggling, especially shooting in this game. Oh, goodness. So, yes, stay safe, Ryan. Stay safe, my man. Today was hazy, hot, and humid, that's for sure. I think my area should be getting, like, thunderstorms probably soon. They've been in the forecast throughout the entire day here. But stay safe, my man. I know up in the mountains there, all the thunderstorms just basically start popping up towards the White Mountains. Then they shift over towards Maine or so. So, not in a good position right there for, thunder and lightning for sure. But yeah, good luck at work. That's awesome to hear that. It seems like you're enjoying your job as well. That's awesome to hear that you've been working in the summer. That's pretty cool. So yeah, 30-22 right now is the score. 2:25 left to go in the second quarter. So the Thunder have the ball. They take the top of the key three. That one can't go in either. They're shooting around 20% right now from the floors. That was a miss by Kevin Hervey from the outside. Jazz with the ball, bounce pass over towards the right elbow. They have the ball, they dribble towards the top of the free throw circle. They take the right wing three, and a huge block right there by the Thunder. But that's a shooting foul as well, as that was Kevin Hervey who got the opponent's hand, as Utah shot the ball from the right wing, and it was a complete miss right there, as the ball did get basically just blocked up in the air right there on the tip. Let's see here. 2:13 left to go in the second. So 2:13 left to go as there's a whistle and a timeout here called on the court. So a little bit more stoppage in time here on the court right now. Huh. So we got a challenge here. So challenges are allowed for the first time ever in the NBA Summer League. And I guess the Thunder are challenging about this, whether Hervey committed the foul in the last play that he blocked. So the Jazz took the three-point shot right there at the right wing, and yeah, looked like he got his hand. Looked like from that replay that Kevin Hervey got a Utah, yeah, Justin Wright Foreman was the one who took the three-point shot. So Justin Wright Foreman looked like Hervey had got his hand on that last three-point shot, but the Thunder are challenging here to see if that was a foul or not. So interesting challenge. So it's just interesting how there could be challenges now in the Summer League. Just kind of like an experiment right now that they're doing. So 30-22 is the score. We have 2:13 left to go in the second quarter when we do get back to action here. Gonna update you guys with the leading scores throughout this game. Looks like Hamidou Diallo is the leading scorer right now for the Thunder with 5 points so far in this one. He's tied with Deonte Burton, who also has 5 points at the moment here. And that is Kevin Hervey, who just picked up the foul, but he has 7 rebounds so far in this game by Hervey. And he has only 2 points so far in this game. But as far as the Utah Jazz's scoring is gone, Utah, the leading scorer, once again, is Tony Bradley. Tony Bradley looking for another double-double, 8 points and 6 rebounds. So that's how Tony Bradley's doing. Oh, man, so losing power, that's no fun. Ouch. That's no fun. Hopefully it's not like a strong thunderstorm and stuff like that. We had like some hail over towards this area. We luckily didn't get hit with hail, but it went towards like the west of us on Sunday or so. But yeah, we had some strong thunderstorms this past weekend on Saturday and Sunday. I know today, especially in New England, stay safe everybody, because it's been hazy, hot, and humid up towards New England in the northeast U.S. today, so thunderstorms are very likely, and looks like they're in New Hampshire and Maine at the moment, as we are back to action, as the refs say that instead that review has been reversed, and instead they went for a tip ball right there at the free throw circle, and the Thunder got the ball and they went into transition, slammed it down. So it's 30-24 right now is the score. So that reviewable call went to be reversed, went to a tip ball at the free throw circle, and just tearing down the rack was Hamidou Diallo as he slammed it down, as the Jazz got fouled as well in their play, and they'll go to the line to shoot too. First shot was good, 31-24, 2:07 left to go in the second here. Oh man, that's awful. Hopefully it lets up though. Hopefully it just lets up. That'd be terrible if it just keeps on being like a complete monsoon outside or so. You just don't want to get stuck in hail, thunderstorms, lightning. That's just no fun, especially when the roads flood, as the Jazz go inside, and that's another foul here with 1:52 left to go in the second. So many fouls here in this game. We're not even at halftime. So 2 shots coming up at the line here by the Jazz. They got themselves a 7-point lead. Gonna look to see that number here. So many fouls in this game. 21 turnovers combined. 24 fouls on the court so far. Oof. That's no fun. Working at a restaurant, especially if there's like patio seating or so, and seating like right outside. That's not good. If it's one of those restaurants that's like outside with like scenic views of like a lake or so, that's just the customers, there'll be just like nobody there for like a customer base. Wow. Must be like a nice restaurant to work at or so. That's cool. If it's got like nice scenic views outside or so, like waterfront views. They have some of those on Lake Winnipesaukee, the restaurants in like Laconia, downtown Wolfboro. They have some good ones, as the first shot at the free throw line went down by the Jazz. Second one was the missed Thunder with the ball, and they just turned it over. Jazz now with it. Lob pass over the top. Gets tipped. Stolen away here by the Thunder. Full court pass underneath the Diallo. Jamming it down right there for 2, as he goes with back-to-back slam dunks on the past 2 times that he's touched the ball. 32-26 right now is the score. Utah down inside the low post. They bank it home off the glass for 2. 34-26 right now. Oh, viewing in the parking lot right there for outside seating. Oof. Yeah, it's always nice though to just sit outside, but sometimes some places are nicer than others with the views and stuff like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's nice and close to the beach or so. So it must not be too warm. Oh goodness, alley-oop pass, and Tony Bradley tearing down the rack right there with a two-handed jam for the Utah Jazz. It's a 10-point game. 10 assists so far by Utah, only 3 by the Thunder. So yeah, that must be really nice to get like a nice sea breeze or so, since it's like close to the beach. Yeah, these thunderstorms, especially up in New England, it could be like a 5-minute downburst or so, and that's basically it. Just like 5-minute pop-up shower or so, and then it's done. So yeah, looks like it has let up as the Utah Jazz go back in transition. Off the rebound, they lay it up and in for 2 with 34 seconds left to go. So yeah, Tony Bradley with a big alley-oop jam, but looks like it's going to be good for Ryan to go out to work, which is awesome, my man. So that is great right now. Of course, bigger streams will be coming up in the future here. This is just the Summer League game, so of course I didn't expect many people to be here on the channel, but of course I like to stream games as much as possible because I like to just keep this channel going to let everybody know that I'm here. Yeah, looking at your area right now, it seems like it's just a very small pop-up shower that's going on right now. It's headed right directly towards basically the sea, like basically the shore towards the ocean or so. So that's going straight for Old Orchard Beach and stuff like that right now. So it looks like basically that's the only pop-up shower at the moment here. If you're up towards New England or so, there's some huge showers on my radar, like way up. If you're like way up in Maine towards Skowhegan, Dover, Foxcroft, Bangor, you're getting hammered right now with showers. That band stretches all the way through Conway and it goes towards like Vermont and stuff like that. There's other ones towards the top, Nashua and Lowell right now, but here we are back to action here in a couple minutes. On a commercial break, scores 38-26 right now. Yeah, so humid where I am too. I'm from Massachusetts and we have yet to get the thunderstorms here, but it looks like all the thunderstorms are out towards, like, the North Shore of Mass, like the New Hampshire border. Like, Hampton Beach is going to get crushed in a couple of minutes. Like, all those coastal towns. Newburyport, Hampton Beach, up towards, like, Wells. And the bands just keep on continuing all the way through, like, way up north through Maine into even New Brunswick and stuff like that. Yeah, it's been so hot. I think it was, like, 90 degrees today. Or so AC definitely needed for sure. In the place that I work at, where I work in my production studio at the radio station too, whenever we have like one of those days that's like really cold, like 0-degree temperatures or so, it's like 45-50 degrees in my room. It gets like no heat at all. I have like space heaters going back and forth in my room. Oh man, so right now we're still at this commercial break. So right now at this commercial break, and we are back, and Utah did hit the free throw. So it's 39-26 right now, and the second's just winding down as we have gone to halftime here. So this is halftime as the Thunder are down by 13 here at the half. So 39-26 as we are at halftime between both of these teams. Or, 38, yeah, whoopsie, wrong team. 38-29 is the score at halftime. They just updated it right there. So the Thunder did hit a 3 before we got back to action. But just looking at these totals right now from how they've been shooting the ball, it's been a big yikes. Right here, Oklahoma City, 10 for 38 shooting the ball from the floor right now. 26% that is. Yeah, I'll get that radar up for you, Ryan. And I'll let you know where that storms are going right now. But there's an additional band that should be heading for Maine if it doesn't dry up. It's all the way back in like North Conway, Plymouth, New Hampshire, heading towards like Laconia or so. So that's going to be heading towards Maine very soon. It's out towards New Hampshire or so in like the White Mountains area, heading for the Lakes region. But this is what it looks like. There is a band heading towards right now Biddeford and Saco at the moment towards Old Orchard Beach. Looks like it's on Route 35 at the intersection of 111. So if you know where that is, Route 35 at the intersection of 111 up in Maine, that's where it is, heading towards I-95, basically. South Street and Alfred Street are the ones that it looks like right now. I've actually never been there, Gallhorns. I know one of my friends went there a couple of years ago and he lost $300 at the Foxy Lady in Providence. So that's how that went down. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever be going there, unfortunately. Go Horns. I actually have a girlfriend, so there's no reason why. And then it looks like another band's coming the way right now. Looks like another band's just popped up on the screen in, like, Milton, New Hampshire. on the main line right now, and that's heading towards Alfred. Basically, Alfred and Waterboro right now. Yep, that's why I never want to go. Those places are bad. Especially, like, some of the clubs that they have in my area, like, towards downtown Providence, they have clubs, and they keep on getting shut down because all the stabbings that happen, like, right outside the clubs and stuff like that. But, yeah, doesn't look good right now. That's where the downpour is. South Street at right towards Route 5 or so, where that looks to be Boom Road towards Saco, where that is heading. So that is where it is. Just a little red speck, basically, as it closes in on 95, where there's a big downpour right now up towards New England here at the moment. But right now, 38-29 is the score. Utah Jazz are up by 9 here, as we have NBA Summer League. So right now, just at halftime. I should be back tomorrow for another stream with you guys, but the bigger streams will be coming on Monday. Doubleheader. Celtics will be in there, so of course, this is the weekend, so I wasn't expecting to get a lot of people, and these two teams aren't really big major markets for basketball out there. Of course, Utah Jazz should have a good team next season. They should definitely make the playoffs, a really good improvement, but the Oklahoma City Thunder, just not really basketball, just not as popular towards that area or so. Not like a major market like all the other teams and stuff like that, so at least, like, people are watching here, so that's pretty cool. But, of course, out towards California, especially, prayers out towards them, especially around the Ridgecrest areas. There's been fires reported towards Ridgecrest because of that 7.1 earthquake that happened around, like, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time yesterday, and that's why the game was suspended. Pelicans against the Knicks yesterday because the scoreboard kept on swaying down from the ceiling and dangling, so just for the players' safety, they suspended the game after the earthquake or so. But yeah, right now at halftime. As yeah, I'll keep you informed on the radar loop here, too. Gonna look to see what this looks like in the future for all you guys up towards the White Mountains in New Hampshire, also towards the East Coast, and as far east as you can get, heading towards Maine in the U.S., and in the future radar here, looks like it's been so hazy, hot, and humid today, as these thunderstorms are just gonna, yeah, they're just gonna go straight through Maine and New Hampshire later today. They're gonna get a big soaking, same as down in Massachusetts, Rhode Island. They're supposed to get a good amount of thunderstorms here as I watch that radar. But yeah, quite hot today, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm just going to update you guys with the scores of what's going on in basketball action so far today. There's only one other game going on right now. Detroit Pistons leading against the Portland Trail Blazers at the moment. 40-25 is the score with 6:20 left to go in the second quarter between those teams right now, as I look to the scoring here for both of these teams right now. Actually, Nasir Little was drafted by the Portland Trail Blazers towards the back half of the first rounds. He was drafted at number 25 by Portland. But it looks like he's had 7 minutes on the court so far. I told somebody that he'd be my sleeper for the NBA this season because he was drafted so far back. He was projected to be like a number 10 to 12 draft pick, but he fell back to number 25, picked up by Portland, as Nasir Little is yet to score so far in the game for the Trailblazers. 7 minutes played, no points so far in that one. But right now, we're at halftime between both of these teams. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play here basketball action on the channel. And yeah, this is the only stream that I'm able to do today because I am watching the NASCAR race in a couple hours from now. So yeah, Keldon Johnson has been playing really well for the Spurs. Also, I think he had a really good game, like upper 20s during one of the Summer League games he had. But yeah, Kevin Porter Jr. out of USC. Not sure if he's suited up yet, though, for the Cavaliers. But he's one of the guys who fell back a little bit in the draft as well. The guy who I'm really interested to see sometime if he does even make it into the NBA, because he isn't even playing in today's Summer League. That is Darius Bazley, the number 23 overall draft pick from this past draft in 2019. As he was traded to Oklahoma City via the Memphis Grizzlies, and that is Darius Bazley. Bazley hasn't played basketball in over a year, as his last time he's played basketball was back in high school, as he just basically skipped college, didn't play college ball for 1 year, and trained for the NBA. That's where he landed an internship with New Balance, and he did that internship instead of college ball. It's going to be interesting to see him back in full court action if Darius Bazley ever does get back on the court, what he'll be like and stuff like that. But yeah, this game's just been really ugly from the start. If you want to hear these numbers are just not good. 2 for 17 shooting by the Thunder in the first half. The Jazz just a little bit better. 4 for 12 from the outside. As far as the other numbers, free throws have been a problem today by the Thunder. They're 7 for 14 at the free throw line in this one, which is just, big struggles throughout this game for the Thunder. But here we are getting ready to the third quarter in this one. 38-29 is the score. Hit the like if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button if you're new as well. So, yeah, stone cold by the Thunder, shooting the ball around like 24% or so in this one. It's been a big yikes, as the Thunder miss another shot right there. They tried to go inside, but they got fouled there trying to dribble right side baseline down low, and that was a whistle and a foul. So 2 shots coming up at the line by the Thunder. Now, they are 50% right now from the free throw line. 7 for 14. Let's see if they can capitalize on these 2 shots at the line, as that is just really gross shooting percentage right now. They hit 1. So that's another point by the Thunder. They need that to start it out, as this is number 6 at the free throw line, Hamidou Diallo, who's the leading scorer right now by the Thunder by far. 13 points in this game. Oh, goodness, he airballed it. It touched the bottom part of the net right there, and it goes out of bounds. So that is just not good at all right there. That will not help out his cause to make it onto the NBA roster right there, Hamidou Diallo. He's actually probably looking at the depth chart here, he could be a number 2 player for a shooting guard for the Thunder. That's how thin they are, basically. But that was, just airball. Didn't even just touch the bottom part of the net, basically, as that was a missed shot right there by the Jazz. Gets rebounded by the Thunder. What are you doing, Oklahoma City, right there? They passed the ball to the right corner of the perimeter, way over an open teammate's head, and it goes all the way to the back door of the court right there, and it hit a little kid on its way. Oh, no. Hit a little kid right there. Bounced off I think it bounced off towards the back of his body, towards, the upper back neck area, as that errant pass was flung over an Oklahoma City Thunder player and hit a kid who was walking back towards courtside. As that's another missed shot by the Jazz. Gets rebounded here by the Thunder. Thunder pass over towards the left corner of the perimeter. They have the ball. They take it inside here. This is Devin Hall. Devin Hall with a layup. No good. Too strong off the backboard. Rebounded by Justin Wright Foreman. Foreman. Nice full court pass to his teammate. And a finish to the hole right there for 2 as the Jazz are up by 10. 40-30 right now is the score. Thunder with the ball with 8.5 left to go in this third quarter. They pass it inside underneath the basket. Oh, come on, man. He falls down. Devin Hall had an easy slam dunk underneath the basket, and he fell down with the ball. Utah got it back, and in transition, they drained the 3. 43-30 right now as we have a timeout taken on the court by the Thunder. They really need to take this timeout, of course. They need to clear some stuff up. That is for sure, but these players playing for roster spots here, trying to make the roster for the Thunder, and it's going to be tough to make the roster, even the G League roster for the OKC Blue, when you have an easy pass to you right into the key underneath the basket. All you have to do is jump and put up the shot, and you fall down with a ball, and the other team gets it. And Utah in transition nailed the 3. So 43-30 right now is the scores. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming in here on the channel. So what I do here on Behind the Arc Basketball is that I call play-by-play of basketball action here. And I'll be doing a lot more here of the NBA Summer League. Of course, didn't expect many people at all to come here for today's stream because it is a Saturday afternoon, beautiful day. Everybody's probably at the beach or elsewhere today, outside or so, enjoying the nice fresh air if it is nice and sunny where you are. I know thunderstorms in some parts of the woods up towards northern New England. They are New Hampshire and Maine, but yeah, right now we have 8:10 left to go in the third quarter in a 13-point game. But yeah, yesterday's game was pretty crazy how many people I got in the channel all at once. But looking at the numbers here, this is what we have. Hamidou Diallo, 13 points, leading the way in the scoring for the Thunder today. And then after that, just yikes with shooting the ball by a couple of these players. Kevin Hervey is 0 for 5 in this game, shooting from the floor, 0 for 3 from behind the arc with 16 minutes on the court. 9 rebounds, though, in this game by Hervey, so he's been able to rebound the ball. There's a couple of other players. Deonte Burton, 2 for 6 shooting from the floor. A lot of these players just ice cold shooting for the Thunder in this one. Also in there, Devin Hall, who had that easy pass down inside a low post and fell down to the ground on his own power to miss the slam dunk as he's 0 for 3 shooting in this one. So we're back to action as the Thunder have the ball. They are down by 13, 8:10 left to go in the third. As they pass that one back outside, that's a whistle and a foul committed on the court here by the Jazz. So 8:10 left to go in this third quarter. There's another game going on right now. Pistons up against the Trailblazers, 43-29. Inbound here by Diallo. Passes over towards the left wing of the perimeter. Ball gets handed back off to Diallo here by the Thunder. Thunder with the ball. They pass it over towards the right wing perimeter. Thunder take the pass inside and no good right there. It was a bad pass to another teammate of the wrong teammate right there. So the Jazz get the ball. Foreman takes that one inside and he tried to pass it right there to Tony Bradley, got tipped out of bounds by Utah as it was just above Tony Bradley's head and Bradley couldn't handle it. So the ball will go back to the Thunder here as they are down by 13. So both ways here, watching and hearing the Thunder, that is for sure. Oklahoma City right now on this stream, and the Thunder is sure live outside where Ryan is. As that jumper, finally something goes down at the left elbow. A good jumper right there for a long 2 at the left elbow, just in front of the three-point circle, and that one goes down. 43-32 is the score. As the Jazz have the ball, trying to go inside. Big block down inside the low post right there by the Thunder, and finally, something happened here. So OKC with the ball. They have it at the left wing here into the hands of Hervey. Hervey has yet to make a shot. Passes top of the key with Hall. Hall takes the 3, hits the front part of the rim, and rebounded by the Jazz. So the Jazz have it into the hands of Brantley. Ooh, man, so Russell Westbrook, if he ever does get traded, it's going to be a big yikes for Oklahoma City. It's going to be planning for the future for like 2026, 2027, if that does happen, as that 3 goes down by the Jazz right there, as they make it a 46-32 game. Oklahoma City missed the 3. They are 2 for 19 today in this game from three-point range. You cannot live with that. Lots of mistakes today by the Thunder in this one, as we have a whistle and a foul here on the play. But Los Angeles Clippers, of course, with a big signing with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George moving from OKC over to the LA Clippers. Now they're the favorites on the Las Vegas Sportsbook to win the title for next season. So the favorites go to the LA Clippers with Doc Rivers for the first time ever in team history for the Clippers. As the first shot goes down at the line by the Jazz, and this game's getting out of hand. 47-32. So 47-32 right now is the scores. It's just been a big yikes for Oklahoma City with this game tonight. Not impressing at all when you shoot the ball at 27% from the floor. Second shot, that one goes down at the free throw line. It's 48-32. Sacramento Kings watching the news about all this happening, as Sacramento's been the silent team out in California, but they got progressively better from this past season. Everybody thought that they'd take a step down. They actually weren't that bad this past season if they can keep it up, but they've been just really quiet lately. The quiet team from California. 48-35, left wing 3 taken. That is an air ball by the Jazz. Gets rebounded here by the Thunder. Thunder bounce pass at the right baseline. That is Jarrell Brantley guarding a Thunder player right there. As that was Kevin Hervey, who had the ball in his hands, got tipped out. Yeah, that's unfortunate with Sacramento. Not that much going on with the Kings as far as this season's free agency. Not a whole lot of stuff with them. 48-35 right now is the score. 5:57 left to go in the third. As the Thunder still have the ball. They pass it over towards the top of the key. Deontay Grantham takes the three, top of the key, no good, and that ball gets tipped out of bounds. Let's see what the refs say here. Was it touched out by the Thunder? And yes, they say last touch by OKC, so the ball go back here to the Utah Jazz. So Utah will get the ball back as they are up by 13. They have the ball at the left wing of the perimeter. Four men, passes that one over, and that's a lob pass over into the hands of teammate Tony Bradley. Bradley, who had a double-double the past 2 games in the summer league that he's played in. Now ball into the hands of Brantley. Brantley, jumper in the key, no good. Battle for the rebound underneath. Bradley had it for a second, does get rebounded, though, by the defense, so the Thunder do get it. Thunder, shot fake, left corner. They make their way inside, and terrible pass right there. Stolen away. One man to beat by the Jazz. They couldn't finish it a hole, though, as that ball was stopped at the top of the rim. Utah tried to get it back, but the Thunder got it, and they took it in transition and laid it up and in. So the Thunder got the 2-point layup right there. It's 48-37. So the Jazz will try this again. They have the ball as they miss the layup on the one-on-one transition off the break right there. Jazz with the ball. Bounce pass to the top of the free throw circle. Moving inside. Hook shot inside. No good. Tip in, though. Goes down by Tony Bradley. Gonna take a look at his numbers at the next commercial break, as he's been pretty big lately for the Utah Jazz in the Summer League. Trying to make the roster here and trying to be one of those rotation players in the squad, as he's done a lot so far in these Summer Leagues, as we have a whistle and a foul right now with 4:34 left to go. But let's see here. Hamidou Diallo, 15 points by the Thunder, leading the way in scoring by far. Tony Bradley, one more rebound and another double-double. That would be his third double-double of the Summer League if he does get that next rebound. As he has 14 points right now, he's the leading scorer for the Jazz at the moment, along with 9 rebounds so far in this one. As that shot goes down, that's a 3-point shot. That goes down right there from the floor by the Thunder, making this a 10-point game. Jazz with the ball dribbling towards their left. Now they put up the shot. Left baseline jumper and a whistle and the foul committed on the court as Justin Wright Foreman will shoot 2 here at the line. So 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Foreman. So right now we have 4:15 left to go in this game. 50-40 is the score right now, as Justin Wright Foreman will be shooting 2 shots here at the free throw line for the Utah Jazz. Of course, Foreman having that coming off a big season. 27 points per game he averaged, but it was for Hofstra, who played in the, I think it was it was a mid-major conference or so that Hofstra did play in. The Colonial, I think they play in with Northeastern, who was the team who made the tournament this past season. Yeah, duos aren't that bad, Tria, but it just gets out of control. I know what you mean there. When you got big 3, big 4 players, then you got like a super team on its way or so. So I'm so glad that Kawhi actually took the chance to play with the LA Clippers instead of the Lakers, and it's going to be one hell of a season for basketball. Whatever team you're rooting for in LA, the Clippers or the Lakers, it's going to be just one season to follow, that is for sure, with both of those teams. Kawhi and Paul George with the Clippers, the Lakers, Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and now DeMarcus Cousins in there, as he was signed like at the beginning of the stream or so. He was signed in free agency by the Lakers. First shot goes down by the Jazz at the free throw line. Second shot by Foreman. That one's up. That one's good as well. Back to a 12-point game. So the Thunder will get this inbound here. They're going to take this one past the timeline, as that's Jawan Evans, who dribbles towards the right wing of the perimeter. Evans takes it at the free throw circle, passes back outside. And now they're going to move this one underneath the basket. Couldn't finish to the hole right there. And another whistle and a foul. Offensive foul, though. Too much dribbling going on underneath right there. And the Jazz will get it back. LeBron James, the king of the NBA, basically. Because everybody wants to play with LeBron James. Everybody wants to play with the superstars, or so, to team up with them. And Now we know who's going to play with who next season. Bunch of duos on the court. Should be interesting as that shot down inside the low post. Left baseline layup, no good. First by the Jazz. They do get the tip in, though, for 2, so it's 54-40. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well. Thunder with the ball with Diallo. Diallo with 15 points. Try to make it 17 right there as he went into the lane right there, but he got fouled as that ball went a little too high off the backboard. And 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Diallo. Yeah. Oh. Haven't taken a look at the LA point guards or so, but I'm sure they got a young squad like back behind Rajon Rondo or so for point guard or so. It feels like he's been in the NBA forever. It's been crazy. I remember when he was with the Celtics or so. He's been in the NBA for like a while now. As the first shot was no good by Diallo. Second shot finally goes down at the free throw line. It's 54-41 right now as the Jazz will take this one past the timeline here. As they have it moving towards the left wing of the perimeter into the hands of Foreman. Justin Wright Foreman takes the jumper, no good, and that one gets rebounded here by the Thunder. Thunder with the ball, they pass it towards the right wing of the perimeter. As OKC will take this into the right baseline, and oh man, they missed the layup, just way too strong off the backboard. The tip-in, no good either. That one gets rebounded here by the Jazz. Jazz making their move into the lane. Nice shifty move, just blowing past defenders was Jarrell Brantley for 2. As it's 56-41. Great move right there by Brantley to put that one up and in off the glass. 2:45 left to go in the third. Thunder with the ball. They lob it over towards the left wing into the hands of Grantham. Grantham puts that one back to his teammates' hands. Kadeem Carrington dribbling towards the left wing here for Carrington. Looking for somebody's open. Passes towards the left corner baseline. Dribbling left side. And a shot taken at the left baseline close to the basket. Goes up and in by Grantham. And he gets fouled as well. So that one will count there for 2. 56-43, and when we do get back, he'll shoot the and 1 at the line. So 13-point game. Only game I'll be streaming today. Of course, the weeknights are when basically everybody is here on YouTube and waiting for somebody to stream the game or so. So I'll have play-by-play for you guys on Monday. Should have 2 big games on Monday. Celtics, Cavs, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And Pelicans Bulls right after the conclusion of that one around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But another game's going on right now in Summer League action. Actually, the Pistons are up against the Trailblazers. 50-43 is the score of that one, as Detroit has a 7-point lead against Portland at halftime there. So I guess Kawhi's going to have to find a new place to live basically now. Unfortunately, he's not going to be with Toronto anymore. Huge loss today for Toronto, though. So sad, though. You go from winning NBA titles. He could help him out again by winning another title if he was there, but nope. Instead, he decides to sign or so with the LA Clippers or so. But I was looking at, like, I think it was like the past 6 NBA MVPs in the finals or so. They all changed teams and stuff like that. Like, everything's changed so much. Yeah, 2 guards in Cleveland's going to be interesting. You got Darius Garland, the number 5 overall draft pick in Cleveland, and Colin Sexton in there as well. So it's going to be interesting to see if Darius Garland does start or so, or if he goes behind Sexton, because I don't know, it's just interesting why they picked Garland. Garland only played 5 games in college, and he was ranked so high up there. As we got ourselves a 56-44 game as that shot goes down at the free throw line. So we are back here to action. 12-point game, 2:20 left to go in the third. Yeah, Kawhi, of course, a good man trying to help out the Clippers, bring them a championship title. And yeah, they got a good chance now. They got the best odds to do so. As that pass, lob pass to the top of the key, stolen away by the Jazz underneath. They're going to pass it back out. They take the open three, left wing. Ooh, no, that is no good right there. Didn't even hit any part of the rim. It hit the bottom part of the backboard right there. It gets rebounded by the Thunder. Thunder with the ball, whistle on the foul with 1:55 left to go in the third. So this game just keeps on dragging on and on and on. If you guys saw the stream that I did on Wednesday, that game went by so fast. It was like an hour and 35, and then the game finished. That was the fastest stream I've ever done. This game just keeps on dragging on. So 58-44 is the scores. The Jazz just scored down inside the low post. Thunder now with the ball. 1:48 left to go in the third. That's a left baseline jumper. That one goes down. 4-2 by the Thunders. The Jazz will get it back. Jazz take this one past the half-court line. This is Isaiah Cousins dribbling towards the top of the key. Cousins was pick number 59 of the 2016 NBA draft. Played his college years at Oklahoma. As that pass in the key was no good by the Jazz. Gets stolen away here by the Thunder. Thunder in transition underneath the basket. Too strong off the backboard. And the Jazz will get the ball again. So the Jazz with it now at the left baseline. Passes that one back towards the left wing. Stanton Kidd has a Kidd lob pass over towards his teammate at the left baseline. And that ball gets tipped out of bounds there by Grantham of the Thunder. So the Jazz should be getting this one back with 1:12 left to go. Oh, man, I remember that 3 versus 5 game when Alabama had all those players foul out, and they still almost won it. That was crazy. Colin Sexton dropping 40 in that game. That was crazy. I think that was like a non-conference game. That was at, I think, like the beginning of the season, though, for Alabama. But yeah, that was the year they made the tournament. Not this past season, but the year before. That's a jumper that goes down at the free throw circle. Right there for 2 by the Thunder. 58-48. 45 seconds left to go in the third. As the Jazz have the ball. They're going to take this one into the lane. Burst of speed, and they dish it right back outside to an open man. A left wing three taken in. They hit it. Right there from the outside. Tanner McGrew knocking down the three. As Tanner McGrew, number 29, he was undrafted in 2016. This guy played basketball in Division II. He played growing up for college at West Virginia Wesleyan. As he played for the G League team this past season, averaged 11 points per game for the Salt Lake City Stars. 61-48 is the score. And the Thunder went inside. They got fouled. So 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line. We have 32 seconds left to go in the third. As right now, it is so warm, basically, super duper warm. I got no AC in this room, and it's like 90 degrees or so in the house, with the shades down as well. But when the thunderstorms come in later today, that's when it'll start to feel better. So muggy outside, that's why. First shot goes down, second shot, and that one goes down as well. An 11-point game. It's Oklahoma City's only down by 11, but it seems like they've been down by so many more points in this one. It's like they've never seemed close throughout this entire game. Here's Utah, went for the layup, no good. Oh man, come on Thunder, as they went for the full court bounce pass, and they passed that one way out in front of their teammate, and the ball goes out of bounds. That's another mental lapse right there with a terrible mistake, as Deonte Burton was basically trying to chase down a runaway train right there, as that ball was just way too fast for him on the bounce pass, and it rolled all the way out of bounds. So 61-50 is the score. 3 seconds left to go before the end of this quarter. Left baseline jumper at the horn, no good, and that is the end of the third quarter. So at the end of 3, the score 61-50. Jazz have the lead, up by 11. As the Thunder basically have, from what I've seen in this game, it just hasn't seemed close that the Thunder have been. They haven't made this into a competitive contest, but the Utah Jazz haven't even played close to their best summer league action either in this one. They played actually really well against Cleveland in that game on Tuesday, but tonight it's been really, really rough out there for both of these teams, shooting wise from the court. But Tony Bradley, all he needs is just one more rebound. He has his 3rd double-double of the NBA Summer League. It's Tony Bradley right now, 14 points along with 9 rebounds, as he dropped in the first Summer League game 14 points again along with 15 rebounds. And then game 2, the one that I covered on Tuesday against Cleveland, Tony Bradley was on fire. 26 points, 16 rebounds, 3 blocks, and now when Justin Wright Foreman at 20 points in Tuesday's game with a win against the Cavaliers. But yeah, Justin Wright Foreman behind him once again. He's doing well in this game. 12 points so far by Justin Wright Foreman, the number 53 overall draft pick from Hofstra. Number 2 highest score in all of college basketball this past season behind Chris Clements of the Campbell Camels. So we're moving into the fourth quarter. We're right now on a commercial break. When we do get to the fourth quarter, we will have 10 minutes left to go in this game. If you're new to the channel, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So, yeah, we'll see a jump in viewers here hopefully in the fourth quarter, but nothing like last night, though, where we had like 40 people in the chat all at once for the Pelicans-Knicks game, and the game didn't even finish. 7 minutes remaining around, and the earthquake struck. Of course, prayers out towards everybody in that area. Ridgecrest, California, there's been fires reported out towards that area, of course. Stay safe if you're out towards that area in California. 3.5 hours away from Las Vegas, where this game's being played at, because that game didn't even finish last night because the scoreboard just kept on swaying back and forth as it was suspended from the ceiling. But here we are, back to action here, fourth quarter. As we got the Utah Jazz with the ball. They have it at the top of the key into the hands of Jarius Lyles. Lyles dribbling now at the right elbow. He's going to work his way inside underneath the basket. Dishes it back. Try to pass that one back to his teammate. Swatted in the air as the Thunder did intercept it. Stolen from behind once again by the Jazz. And the Jazz tried to go inside. And that was a blocking foul committed on the play right there by number 33 of the Thunder, Emmanuel Terry. So Terry, undrafted back in 2018 for the Thunder, just committed the foul underneath the low post as he had that ball stolen away from him. And then it was number 36 for the Jazz who tried to slam it down with one hand, Willie Reed. And he got fouled on the play. So Reed at the free throw line shooting 2. First shot no good. 61-50 now is the score. 11-point game. Only 11 points here, and it seems like it's been forever that the Thunder have just been behind. It seems like they've been behind by like 25-30 in this one. Second shot no good by the Thunder. Ooh, they lost the handle on it. His teammate, though, picked him up, got it back. They sling it over towards the left corner. Underneath the basket. Oh, man, lowers his shoulder right there as the Thunder were dribbling left baseline. And that was a whistle and a foul on the play here. I think Willie Reed will pick up the foul for Utah. So, yeah, no offensive foul on that play as Willie Reed picks up the foul. Looked like he could have been in position to take the charge, but no. So, the Thunder will inbound it here. They're going to try to pass this one out. A lot of contact right there on the inbound. Ooh, that was not a wise inbound pass right there when he's on top of a defender right there. But Utah reached in with 9:26 left to go in the fourth. So the Thunder will inbound pass it once again. So make sure to give this the thumbs up. If you guys are new to the channel, spike the like. Hit the subscribe button if you like what I do as well. I call play-by-play here of basketball action on the channel. Inbound here by the Thunder. They back their way inside the low post. Deonte Burton feeds it to his teammate. Huge slam jam right there for 2. And finally, something's going on with the Thunder as that slam dunk gets sent down right there by number 33, Emmanuel Terry. The Jazz are up by 9. Lob pass towards the top of the key here into the hands of Willie Reed. Reed passes over towards the left wing to his teammate's hand, who passes over to an open man. Right wing 3, no good off the mark by Stanton Kidd by the Jazz. Gets rebounded here by the Thunder. Thunder now with the ball. They have it right baseline. They float up the shot. Whistle on the foul here with 8:53 left to go in the fourth. So we only have a 9-point game here at the moment, even though it feels like it's so much more than that. Of course, Zion Williamson in last night's game, ripping the ball right from the hands of Kevin Knox and taking one step on the court to slam it down as he was right underneath the basket. As that was just incredible to see. Watch the highlight reel with Zion Williamson last night, ripping that ball out of Kevin Knox's hands as the Thunder are at the free throw line. First shot goes down. It's an 8-point game. 8:53 left to go in this fourth quarter. The Thunder will shoot a second shot here at the line with number 35. Or number 33, that is Emmanuel Terry at the line. And the second shot goes down. So it's a 7-point game. Interesting how it's only 7 right now. Can the Thunder make it closer, even though they've shot the ball at like 28% from the floor in this one? Utah trying to take this one into the lane with a move. They dish it back outside. Left corner shot fake. They move it around the perimeter. Top of the key 3 as they pass the one off. They take the 3. They hit it from the outside. As that one goes down right there by number 8, Miye Oni. Miye Oni played college basketball for Yale. As he played in the March Madness tournament, Miye Oni, the number 58 overall draft pick. Left wing 3 taken by the Thunder. Bad shot selection there as They need to pass the ball more here. They're just taking hero ball shots, basically, as that was a miss. Rebounded by the Jazz. Nice move right there, and trifecta. They hit it with Isaiah Cousins draining the triple from outside at the right wing. 67-54, and it was a 9-point game, and in a flash, back to now a 13-point game. So the Thunder with the ball, they passed it inside, and another turnover by OKC as Utah gets the steal. They pass it over towards the right wing perimeter. Nice pass inside. Underneath the basket, they pass it back outside here. So the Jazz moving it around. They weave in between defenders. They pass it into the key, and a big assist right there by Jarius Lyles, as that was a huge slam dunk that went down right there by the Jazz. It's a 15-point game. 69-54, 7.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City with the ball. They have it at the left wing perimeter. They pass it towards the top of the key with Lou Dort. Lou Dort finally in the game. Hasn't got plenty of minutes today, as he missed the layup, tried to take that one to the rim, and too strong off the backboard. Rebounded here by the Jazz. Cousins passes over to his teammate. Left corner three taken by the Jazz. No good. And rebounded here by the Thunder by Emmanuel Terry. Thunder take the ball past the left side of the timeline. They have it, and now they're moving towards the left elbow. Nice pass inside, but that ball gets tipped. It goes out of bounds. With 7:02 left to go in the fourth, but OKC will get this ball back. But yeah, Lou Dort hasn't really done much today in this game for the Oklahoma City Thunders. He actually went undrafted. He was projected to be either around number 25 or number 30 to be taken on the draft board in the 2019 draft, but Lou Dort went undrafted. Leading scorer this past season from Arizona State. Of course, his teammate, Zylan Cheatham, he played last night in the Summer League game, but we're getting ready to go back to action as the Thunder to inbound it. Terrible pass by the Thunder. Got intercepted and stolen by Utah. And Utah tried to race their way down the court, and that ball got tipped out of bounds by the Thunder. So many turnovers in this one. These turnovers kill you. Let's look at the turnover numbers here. Ugly game. 18 turnovers in this game by the Thunder. 16 turnovers by the Jazz. One of the turnovers was a terrible pass at the right corner of the perimeter that just got zoomed right over a teammate's head, and it hit a little kid trying to make his way back to the stands. The poor kid got hit with a ball, as that's a three-point shot taken at the top of the key. No good by the Jazz. They do get the offensive rebound. Lob pass over the top, and Tony Bradley puts it back in. 71-54 is the score. So Oklahoma City is down by a bunch. They have the ball here at the top of the key. Kevin Harvey dribbling towards the left wing of the perimeter. Hands it off to his teammate Diallo. Diallo's been the lone bright spot today for the Thunder. Floater in the key. He hits it. So that one goes down for two right there by Hamidou Diallo. It's a 71-56 game with 6:15 left to go in the fourth. Jazz here with the ball. They have it at the left wing. They take the three. No good. Hits the top of the iron. Battle for the rebound. It's an offensive rebound by McGrew. He passes down with back out on top. Nice move. Four men. Try to finish to the hole. No good, though, and the floater gets rebounded by the Thunder. So Thunder now with the ball. 5:55 left to go in the fourth. They have it at the top of the key. They dribble up a little further. Take the shot at the top of the free throw circle. No good. They got to pass the ball off more. They're just going up the court with one player and shooting the ball and not getting the rebound. That's what's going on. You have to pass the ball to get some open shots and good looks at the basket here. The Utah Jazz have the ball stolen out of their hands right there, and that's a two-handed slam jam by Lou Dort of the OKC Thunder. So finally, Lou Dort showing these NBA coaches right now what he's got to make the roster. And he had a nice steal from behind it. He poked the ball loose and took it home right there all alone for the two-handed jam. So, unfortunately, Darius Bazley is not playing in this game. Darius Bazley, number 23 overall draft pick, as he was drafted by the Memphis Grizzlies, traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder, but he is not playing today. And it looks like this. According to reports that I found earlier before this game, that's a 3-point or a 2-point shot right there that goes down deep to by OKC, making this an 11-point game. According to reports, though, Darius Bazley, I guess it was stated that his agent's in no rush to have Darius Bazley to even play on the court or so. So, hopefully we see him playing in the Summer League here for the Thunder. That'd be great because he hasn't even played basketball in over a year and a half. Skipped college basketball, signed a 1-year internship with New Balance, trained for the NBA, and Darius Bazley has a chance here to be on the, play in the Summer League if he does so. But he hasn't played so far in this one, Chris. Yeah. So no Baisley so far in this game. But right now we're at commercial break. 71-60 is the score with 4:42 left to go in the fourth quarter when we do get back. But yeah, no Baisley in this game. Lou Dort, who he's only scored 4 points so far in this game. Lou Dort, 4 points along with 14 minutes logged in this game. The only bright spot for the Thunder so far has been Hamidou Diallo, as Hamidou Diallo has scored 20 points so far in this one. But yeah, thanks so much everybody for joining me here. So what I do on the channel is I call it play-by-play of basketball action here. If you really enjoy it, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Of course, both of these teams don't have nearly as big as players on the team. They're not big market teams either, like yesterday's game where there was just so much hype with the RJ versus Zion showdown. That's where we had like 30, 40 people in the chat all at once. But yeah, actually, it's been awesome, like, today's stream, to have some people back here on the channel, which is great. But, yeah, more streams to come for sure with you guys. Most likely a doubleheader on Monday, too. Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers at 7:30 on Monday. And then, right after that one, I'll have the New Orleans Pelicans against the Chicago Bulls. So, hopefully, Zion will be back on the court. Maybe even some Jackson Hayes and Nickeil Alexander-Walker if they do get them in time. For the Pelicans, they have to finalize the Anthony Davis agreement there to get those two on the court. But yeah, thanks so much, Chris, for joining me back here on the channel. I appreciate it, my man. That was crazy night on the channel. Earthquake strikes, and the game got suspended. All that hype for a basketball game. Zion gets injured before halftime. Knee injury he got. He had to put an ice pack on his knee. Was out for the rest of the game. He only played, I think, 9 minutes in that game. Scored 11 points. And then earthquake strikes for around like 7 minutes or so. And the game gets suspended. Oh yeah, Paul George getting traded now to the Clippers. Clippers have a legitimate chance to win next season's NBA title. They're the favorites by the Vegas sports books to win it. As that is a three that goes down at the top of the key. And all of a sudden, that 14-point lead by the Jazz a couple minutes ago, I think they were leading by a little bit more than 14 actually, has dwindled now to 8. So the Jazz now have the ball at the free throw circle. They take it inside. Foreman with a right-handed finish. No good as he banked that one home off the glass, but no good right there. 71-63 as it went off the glass. Thunder with the ball underneath right there into the lane, and that was a bad pass. That, I believe, is their 19th turnover of the game. 71-63 right now with 3:51 left to go in the fourth. But yeah, Paul George teaming up with Kawhi in the LA Clippers. Now the Clippers have a shot to win the title, especially when Kawhi's coming off the title with what he did with that roster. Danny Green going to the Lakers to play with LeBron and Anthony Davis, so this is going to be interesting. You got two teams that's basically should be finishing 1-2 next season in the Western Conference, and both of them are from LA. It's going to be a huge sports year for basketball for sure for LA. So much hype out there for the LA fan bases. You got the Dodgers, one of the best teams in baseball right now. The LA Rams, runners up in the Super Bowl. Can they put the pieces together and finally do something in the Super Bowl? I'm not sure there. I'm not sure if Jared Goff's the elite quarterback that they'd hope for, but Sean McVay is just an incredible head coach for sure, but he just got outmastered by Belichick right there in the Super Bowl. And then you're looking forward to these two stacked teams here with duos teaming up. Anthony Davis, LeBron for the Lakers, Paul George and Kawhi teaming up for the Clippers. It's going to be one hell of a season. Russell's going to have to go someplace and play with a couple of big-name players if he's going to win that NBA title, I think. Because he's not... If he stays in OKC, there's no chance that they're going to win an NBA title here. I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs next season, losing Paul George, as the Thunder go inside. They lay it up and in right there into the lane for two. This game is getting interesting here. 71-65, 2:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. As the Jazz have the ball. Utah has it at the right elbow. Pass it over as they have it into the hands here of Isaiah Cousins. Cousins tries to go inside the low post. Dishes that one back outside left corner here for Cousins. And lots of players on the ground, and the Thunder steal it away right there. So the Thunder with the ball. Ooh, and they passed that one. They passed that one just out of bounds here. So that was just unfortunate right there with that turnover. I don't know what they were doing right now, but 2:24 left to go in the fourth quarter is the score here. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on the channel. The name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So right now, at the commercial break, I'm just going to let you guys know who the leading scorers of this game is. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here. Almost at 300 subs on the channel. We grew so much, a ton last night. Like 18 subs in last night's game. Pelicans against Knicks. That was a crazy game. Also, crazy amount of people asking where they could view the game and stuff like that. So, I have that on the top now. Note, this is not the game. Play-by-play only here on the channel. But this guy got a double-double in this one. That is Kevin Hervey. 11 points by Hervey along with 12 rebounds by the Thunder. He's got that double-double. Tony Bradley on the other side also has a double-double. His third of the Summer League right now. 16 points by Bradley, along with 12 rebounds in this game. So Tony Bradley really shining for the Utah Jazz in this one. As Isaiah Cousins, he has 10 points off the bench for the Jazz. As far as the starting lineup players, Miye Oni showing what he's got again for the Utah Jazz, as he was a draft pick. He was drafted by Utah, number 58 overall in this past 2019 draft. He came from the Yale University. Played against LSU in the first round. They almost made a comeback and beat LSU in that game. But Miye Oni with 14 points by the Utah Jazz. Justin Wright Foreman, the number 2 scorer in last season in college basketball, averaged 27 points per game right now. It's 12 points so far in this one. As Justin Wright Foreman had 20 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the game on Tuesday, where they won 86-71. But yeah, here we are. We're going to be getting ready to go back to action in this one. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here in the stream. Of course, wasn't sure how many people I got for a game on Saturday afternoon in a Summer League matchup between two teams that's basically like non-major markets for basketball, basically. Salt Lake and Oklahoma City aren't really like the big major market teams, as we have a whistle and a foul here on the court. So the Jazz here with the ball, lob pass over the top, and that one's just no good. Rebounded here by the Thunder. Thunder now with the ball as they try to take that one up the court. No good. Full court pass on the steal. Utah jamming it down right there for 2. It's Tony Bradley just padding the stat line right there as he jams it down for 2. So the Thunder will try this again right now on the court, as we have 1:55 left to go in this fourth quarter. Thunder have it at the top of the key as they need to pass it over towards the right wing of the perimeter. Now they pass it towards the left wing. They take it inside here with number 30. That is Deonte Burton. That ball gets tipped and stolen away from behind right here, so the Jazz get it back. Jazz, a lob pass over the top. Nice teamwork as Bradley couldn't finish. He does get the rebound. He gets fouled as well with 1:36 left to go in the fourth. So here we are at the free throw line here. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. So Tony Bradley trying to pad to the stat line right now in the score here. We have 1:36 left to go. First shot coming up at the free throw line by Bradley. As that shot's up, that shot is good. So Tony Bradley will have a second shot here at the free throw line in this one, as he's had a pretty stellar Summer League for sure, what he's done. And this is third game playing in the Summer League, I believe. And I don't think he played the last game against San Antonio that they played on Wednesday, I believe, is when that game was. Second shot by Bradley, that was a miss, but he had just an incredible game against Cleveland. Game 2 of the Summer League they had on Tuesday. 26 points by Bradley with 16 rebounds and 3 blocks in that one. As that shot no good by the Thunder, gets rebounded by the Jazz here. So the Jazz will take this ball past the half-court logo. As now they dribble towards the top of the key here. Justin Wright Foreman almost lost the ball. It still retains it, though. He goes inside, lays it up and in right there. Off the glass for 2. Justin Wright Foreman adds to it. 1:05 left to go in the fourth. Thunder with the ball. They move in. They get that shot home right there. 76-65 is the score. 1:03 left to go in the fourth quarter here. And the Thunder going to the free throw line coming up in this one. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here. The name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So I believe I'll have a stream for you guys tomorrow. I think I'll be back for Magic against Nuggets at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Then I'll have 2 big games for you guys on Monday night with a stream, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll have that game as that free throw goes down right there at the line. 76-66. Boston Celtics will be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'll have that one for you guys on Monday. And also I'll be having the Pelicans up against the Chicago Bulls. Hopefully Zion will be back for that one, as I'll have that game after the conclusion of the Celtics game. But 10-point game here with 45 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. The Jazz have it. They're going to take a jumper at the free throw circle. No good. Complete air ball. Offensive rebound. They pass it back. Another jumper at the free throw circle. They connect the second time around right there by Isaiah Cousins. 78-66. Thunder with the ball as they have it at the left elbow here with under 30 left to play in this one. Thunder pass it around the perimeter. They have it at the right wing, now to the left wing. They take a 3 from the outside. No good right there by Hamidou Diallo. He was the only bright spot in this game, basically. And that is basically it. Utah got the rebounds. So, yeah, Romeo Langford, I don't think he'll be playing in the Summer League game either for the Celtics, because he's recovering from an injury as well. So he's recovering from an injury, so I don't think he's going to play in the Summer League. But I honestly didn't think from college that there was, like, anything special with Romeo Langford. Or so I think the man with the upside has to be Tremont Waters. Tremont Waters, really young player. I think he was only a sophomore, but he's one of those players that could play like an Isaiah Thomas or so in his prime when he played for Boston that season, where he averaged like 28 points per game for the Celtics. And then after that, he was basically done after that, as he's been injured and hurt or so. But he was such a great player for the Celtics or so, because he was basically team first, played full on, like such a great player for the game. Just played with a ton of heart out there on the court. He had to work so hard to get where he was. Same as Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker, I feel like, is going to be one of those players for the Celtics this season. Plays with just a ton of heart and stuff like that. But yeah, I think Taco Fall will be playing with for the G League and stuff like that for the Celtics or so. Hopefully for the future they can build Taco Fall to be able to have him play on an NBA roster, but I think that's going to be like years and years down the road or so. I think he's going to play for the Maine Red Claws this season if he does make the G League team, because basically Taco Fall, what he basically does is he just basically stands there in the key and just, he's taller than everybody else, just rebounds the ball or so. But that's basically it. Like, that's all that he's good for. He does have the ability to score inside, but as far as like a shooter, like, he just can't shoot any like long range shots, mid range shots whatsoever. Just free throws, he's just stone cold on. But everything, since he's so tall, all his scoring comes from inside. Such a big man, 7'6". But that is the end of this game right here. 78-66 is the final, as the Utah Jazz win by 12 in this one. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me on the channel. Just going to update you guys with the leading scores of this game before I sign off here. Hamidou Diallo really putting his name to a roster spot for the Thunder in today's game, as they kicked off their NBA Summer League play here with Oklahoma City. They struggled turning over the ball plenty of times, but if there was a bright spot, it was this guy. He scored 20 points tonight, or in today's game. Hamidou Diallo, 20 points for the Thunder. 11 points by Kevin Hervey, as he actually had a double-double with 12 rebounds in this game. As far as the Utah Jazz and scoring in this one, Utah and their leading scorer, he has his third double-double already from this Summer League here. 19 points by Tony Bradley, along with 14 rebounds. Yes, I believe that Hamidou Diallo won this past year's dunk contest. That was what Ryan was telling me earlier in the chat, that he won it or so. We were kind of making predictions on who will win it next year. But possibly Zion. Don't forget about Ja Morant being 6'1". He could have some dunks storm right by you as well, but Zion looks like he's going to be the favorite to win that dunk contest, especially what he did last night, ripping that ball right out of the hands of Kevin Knox, slamming it right down right there as he unleashed the beast on the court, and the earthquake just erupted right after he was out of the game. But of course, prayers out towards California as well. Ridgecrest, as they suffered that earthquake yesterday. I know that there's parts of the city or town of Ridgecrest that's like state of emergency. There's parts that are on fire and stuff like that. So prayers out towards that area. Stay safe, everybody. And that's crazy that the game was suspended yesterday. The game that I streamed, Pelicans Knicks, because they're like 3.5 hours away, and that earthquake even reached where Las Vegas is, where they were playing on the court there. But that is basically it in this game. Yeah, Oklahoma City shot the ball really stone cold from the floor throughout the course of this game. Also, turnovers were a ton by the Thunder. Both of these teams, so many turnovers. That's not going to be able to get you a roster spot if you turn it over that much. Even for the G League or so, that will lead to cuts here. And the Thunder turned it over way too much in this game. 21 points, or I mean 21 turnovers by the Thunder in this one in their Summer League debut for 2019. Utah, 19 turnovers in this one, but this game has gone final. Utah winning 78-66. Oh, interesting. So Zion's not even going to be in the dunk contest. Oh, man. So, yeah, a lot of disappointed fans from that den. That's unfortunate, though. I'd like to see him, though, sometime, someday, to be in the dunk contest. That'd be awesome. But, yeah, this is basically it for the stream. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below before you sign off. Hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button as well if you enjoyed what you watched. I call play-by-play here basketball action on the channel. I should be back tomorrow with one game for you guys to stream. I think the Magic Nuggets I should have for you guys tomorrow, and then I will be back with a double header Monday night, Celtics, Cavs, and Pelicans, Bulls. But thanks so much, everybody, for joining me here on the channel. Make sure to tune back, of course. Those games, hopefully the upcoming games should be much bigger. But thanks, everybody, for joining me. This has been a presentation of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me.